Hey guys, welcome back to another My Hero Academia What If. I'm sorry I've been inactive again. I've just lost track of time, to be honest. I just want to start this video with, asking you guys to like and subscribe. I am so close to 1,000 followers. It's absolutely fantastic, and thank you all for all the, love and support. To jump into this What If, Deku, he's going to have mage powers. Everyone knows what mage powers are. But I'm going to make him a combat mage, and I'm also going to keep some of his powers a secret. Right, so where his powers differ from quirks is because his power actually isn't a quirk, so it can't be taken away from one for all. What he was born with is innate magical potential that not many people have now left in the world of My Hero Academia. And basically that means he can perform magic. Due to a high level of magic, he forms it in his head due to the way he thinks, but usually in the past you would have to do chants and incarnations. But there is loads of old books on it, on different magical spells that do work and stuff like that. So, basically he can gain more spells to learn more. So, what he knows so far is basic fire magic, basic water magic, and you can combine them two together to do basic steam magic, which it's not too useful. But what he can also do is basic rock magic, and when he combines all of them together, he cannot emit, but he can control lava. So let's say he could get lava and he could cool it down and heat it up, or put it in the right place. So if somebody wanted to forge, I don't know, a weapon, and they needed someone to use lava, he could do that. But he couldn't create lava like he can do for the other spells. Anyway, so time to get into My Hero, the story, the plot, basically. So Deku, he's had this innate magical ability, but he's only been able to act on it since he was the slime attack. So time to tell you how the slime attack went down. So basically, Deku, he was walking home after getting bullied, blah 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 blah. Everything went the same, and the slime monster attacked. So he threw a fireball at it. The slime monster got it just got beat, man. It got really beat by it, and that's because so the logic I'm going off is the fire would be able to, basically he throws a fireball at it, and due to the slime having lots of moisture in its skin, in its slime, I guess, it causes that moisture to basically be used up on the fireball, causing it to causing the slime monster to basically shrivel up, and this means that the slime monster, he kind of goes all crusty, I guess you could say, until until 5 or 10, no, until a minute or so, where he gains back his moisture from the atmosphere. So anyway, then he did a basic strength enhancing spell, which is something I've not mentioned yet, but he can enhance his strength, speed, sight, other senses, and stuff like that to basically make it easier to traverse his surroundings. And he can also use a spell called Warp, which takes him to familiar places. So by familiar place, you have to visit it once or twice, and you can't feel unnerved by the place. You have to feel like it's welcomed by the place, I guess. So let's say if you went to somewhere like Disney World, you'll be able to constantly teleport back because it feels welcome to. But let's say if you went somewhere like a villain's base, you won't be able to keep on going back because it's a villain's base. He would constantly be on edge. So anyway, I don't know where to go from here. I guess I should start explaining the story. So it is Deku, and he has just defeated the slime monster, and now it's 10 months training with his magical quirk. So what he decides to do is try and, rather than heat up the water, freeze up the water. So that's what he does. He starts so to do this, by the way, he's trying to get ice. He knows he wants ice. So to do this, what he's doing is he's getting water from the beach, from the ocean of the last place. He doesn't meet All Might in this one because he defeats a slime monster by himself. So anyway, he tries and takes water from the ocean, separate the salt using right, so no, I take that back. So what he's doing, he's shooting out water in the form of like balls, so like a fireball but water. I'm calling this aquatica ball, and he's focusing on what he's putting into it. So when he imagines it in his head, he imagines, for example, fire. He imagines oxygen, and then a fuel of his type, depending on how strong he wants the flames to be. And what else do you need? You need something else. Right, so fire, you need oxygen. What does it take to make fire? See whether I can give it a quick search. Yeah, and friction, sorry. Something to spark the fire, of course. So he thinks of a material, he thinks of oxygen entering, and then he thinks of a like a spark, basically, and that's how he sorts out fire. So he reverse engineers it to make a purer version of water, so that it's easier to freeze because it doesn't have a salt in it. So he does this by focusing on getting hydrogen and oxygen atoms, and only them, because and basically breaking it down for a purer water. Because what he can do, he can think of water and use water on his spells, or he can break it down for a purer sense of water. And this is the same with flames. He can have, well, what he thinks is dirty flames and then break it down flames. He figured this one out. Whilst fighting the slime monster. So anyway, Deku starts creating, I guess you could say pure H2O, which is water, pure water. So this pure water means that there's no salt in it, meaning that it's easier to freeze, because salt, of course, destroys frost. So anyway, he messes around with this frost quirk, and what he can make now is a frost blade. The reason he can't do this with water or earth yet is because he doesn't know how to fully conjure earth yet and control earth. That's why his magma issues are there. And B, he can't do it with fire, because fire will constantly maintain mana power, and it is limited, but I'm not going to get into how limited it is yet. And he has a final spell I've not mentioned yet, and this spell is when I click my fingers like this. Everybody watching this video has to like and subscribe to help me hit 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, again, sorry to do this trick, but thank you. Thank you if you do subscribe. Or if not, thank you for watching this video, because yeah. So, anyway, whereabouts are we in the story? So, he's done the 10 months training, and he's ready for UA. So, one thing he did train straight away, everything else happens as usual, but one thing he did train straight away was body enhancement. This is so he could get ahead of everybody. So, he gets some basic magic body enhancement, which means he can run at like 1.5 times the speed of a normal person and stuff like that. Ida's way faster than him, but this basically means that he gets a head start on the robots. So he decides to focus on fire magic rather than earth or water magic, due to earth or water being very difficult to destroy metal robots with. As fireball, he could literally just go fireball, fireball, fireball. Then he realizes there's a bunch of robots there, and this is when he does something that the viewer don't know about, and he turns off his body amplifications and then says firestorm, and then what this basically does, rather than targeting one robot at a time, it targets all the robots at a time, causing them to melt. But this completely, like, fully, like, it drains his mana a bit, basically. Before he can use more mana on some other robot, he then hears a cry for help. This is when he spends the rest of his mana into his body, to get his body armorification back up, and see where the girl is and put up a flame shield. This flame shield, what it does, it spurts flames from the ground, curving over her, so the robot can't physically get to her without going through the flames. The robot still does try, and that's when Deku basically runs in to get her, and the robot punches, and he keeps the flame up that high that the robot's hand starts to basically melt and go soft. And this heat basically gives Deku enough time to get in there and get her out of there with what's it called? Muscle, no, not muscle augmentation, that's a quirk. Body improvement spell. I forgot what I called it. I'll love to listen back to myself later. But body improvement spell, and this is this of course, well, it makes the UA kind of like watch him, because they realize that A, he's effective, and B, he's heroic because he risked his life against a robot to save Uraka. Anyway, this is where I'm going to end this episode. Of course, I think you guys can tell he's going to get into UA, but you never know. Anyway, should I give him one for all? Do you like this series or not? And sorry I was everywhere. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Thanks for the subscriber count, by the way, as well. Bye.